once the U.S. attorney or once a couple of FBI agents get something in their head, they will do virtually anything to bring the case home to get what they want.
He put him in a position that basically compromised his defense from the very beginning.
We feel like we have exhausted every possible effort and every avenue to try to bring justice for my husband.
Chris Farrell.
Hey, Chris, Joe Weasel.
What's going on, Joe?
Hey, I just wanted to give you a call on the Dr. Malik story you kind of forwarded us.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do it as a documentary.
It needs to be done, let me tell you.
Yeah. You highlight a lot of things about the trial, which were all true, all those things. Some are now public as far as the FBI agent and some of the things. We'll still have to figure out what happened to the judge, a number of those items. But what I find really fascinating is I've looked at this and reviewed the notes. I'm not so sure, Chris, he had a legal team looking out in his best interest 100%.
That's what occurred to me, and that's why, the whole case is so disturbing. Whether it's his representation, whether it's the AUSA handling the case, or just the U.S. Attorney's Office generally out on a headhunting expedition. Because you know what happens in these cases, and you and I have seen it, discussed it in a number of different ways. Once the U.S. attorney or once a couple of FBI agents get something in their head and they want to go out and they want to get a scalp or they want to get a conviction or a bust, they will do virtually anything, and I mean anything, to bring the case home to get what they want. And that's a sad statement with respect to the sort of flexible ethics or the level of corruption that we're talking about. But they're in the business of bolstering those stats and numbers, and we've both seen quite a number of times where they've played fast and loose and they've twisted and bent stuff. And everything I know about Dr. Malik, personally, professionally, doesn't line up with what went on in his case with respect to the whole investigation, prosecution, etc. It's just the whole thing's out of whack, and the story needs to get told.
The other thing that's out of whack to me is the relationship his counsel had with the federal prosecutor. I just don't feel like there was a legitimate. I just don't think he was represented. This guy walked him into 3 proffers. He put him in a position that basically compromised his defense from the very beginning. And then I'm not saying there's a conspiracy between, trial lawyers in Baltimore and the federal prosecutor, but there sure is a cozy relationship that I sure hope doesn't exist everywhere across the country, or a lot of people who are innocent are going to go and serve time in federal prison.
Look, every district has its own little ecosystem, right? And the various characters in these positions, whether they're prosecutors or defense attorneys or judges or agents, at a certain point, they all kind of see each other over and over again, one way or the other, whether it's at a bar meeting or whether it's just hanging out in the courthouse. And you can't extract those sort of relationships from an individual case. And what you've described with respect to these proffer meetings, some of this is home cooking, and I agree with you. There's something went terribly, terribly wrong, and a guy who tried to do the right thing and was essentially the cooperating witness, that it gets flipped, and he's the one who's gone after. It's nuts. It doesn't make sense. Something happened there.
Before I let you go, then you take a step back. He blew the whistle on himself, turned himself in, turned his practice in. So what incentive do you have at that point to go after Dr. Malik?
It goes back to what we've talked about. He's the last man standing. He's the financial chief, the office manager guy, flees the country. The partner, Doc, goes into the office and injects himself, commits suicide on video. Who's left? Malik.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you know our production schedule, and when I'm over there, I'll give you a holler. Maybe we can grab lunch or dinner.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yep. Thanks, Chris.
Hello?
Hi, Megan. This is Joe Weasel with Full Story. How you doing?
Doing okay. How are you?
Good. Do you have Bennett there by any chance?
Yes, he's here.
Yes.
Okay, great. I appreciate you guys. Taking time to talk. I just want to make this a quick call, but we've looked at this and we looked at Atif's situation, and this is a little out of what we've normally done as far as production, but as far as our foundation and as far as our mission goes, this story I think is something that we'd like to pursue. We'd like to tell. And I think that we'd like to produce because I think the public needs to know about this case. I think they need to know about these extraordinary circumstances. And just to be blunt, our team has looked at this, and this is really a troubling case. And we'd like to produce it and do what we can to get the public behind Atif, and maybe we can do some good for him.
Wow, that would be great.
News.
Hey, I want to talk to you guys about one other thing. Sam Weiner, I've asked him to, at least in the interim here, help me walk through this. And Bennett, I know you met him via the phone when we called you, or we connected the one time, right? I think you have spoken to Sam.
I have. As I recall, he was on the last call
Yeah.
that we had, and he made a few comments and observations, yes.
Yeah. One of the things that he has brought up, and he touched on it, we're going to meet again, is this ineffective counsel. I think it's something worth exploring. But I think before we go too far down that road, we'd like to get your permission for Sam to contact Atif and, for the most part, get his side of the story. And I've emailed him a little bit, but I think it's time that maybe we try to make contact with him. And with your permission, I'd like to have Sam on that call and, get some more details. And then maybe after that call, we can all get together and lay out a plan.
I think that would be great. I think Atif would be very willing to speak with Sam and with you about what has happened.
Okay. I'll just need you, Megan, to help me get information on how to contact him at the prison, if we can do it via phone. And if you could send that information to me, we'll jump on a call with him at the very next available, whenever, however that works. And we'll circle back with you guys, and I'll lay out a plan, how we produce documentaries, what we're going to need. And I will need your help. I'll need both of your help in this, scheduling people, trying to make contact. There's more records we're going to need to get. So we're going to need you guys to help us with that. But with your permission, once you get us that contact info to call Atif, we'll jump on a call, and then we'll circle back with you guys.
Okay, I can get that to you.
Okay, great. Appreciate it.
Joe, we just want to thank you so much for reaching out to us and being so willing to help. We feel like we have exhausted every possible effort and every avenue to try to bring justice for my husband. And at this point, we feel like this project and your organization, the Full Story Foundation, is probably our only hope left for getting justice for Atif.
So, Joe, thank you very much to you and the folks at Full Story for picking this up, for being willing to actually tell this story. When I was in the courtroom actually watching the trial take place, I realized that there were a lot of things wrong. They were using the rules of criminal procedure to squash some of the evidence that really we believe would have been exculpatory for Atif. And I really got to see the tremendous power that's entrusted to these prosecutors. And in this case, I think how some of that power has been abused to put a man that they know, I believe they know, to be innocent behind bars.
Appreciate it. Thanks for your time, you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So, after hearing that and talking to Megan and Bennett, what are your thoughts? I mean, what would be the next steps for them?
Well, what they need to do is they need to contact a lawyer who does federal post-conviction work and talk about filing a 2255, a post-conviction petition.
How do you find a guy like that? What should they do?
Well, I mean, there's a number of ways to do it. If you ask locally, the Office of the Federal Defender would probably know some names of guys, even in private practice, that would be able to help them.
After going through this, as far as we've gone and listening to them, I think I'm going to need your help in this, if you don't mind. I'm going to need a lot more legal consulting on this documentary than I thought we were going to run into.
It'd be my pleasure.
Okay. Next steps, though, if you don't mind, I think we ought to reach out and try to figure out a way to talk to Atif.
Let's see if we can do that.
All right. We'll get a phone number. Maybe you can set it up. Maybe I can set it up. But I think we need to hear from him.
Absolutely.
Next time on Last Man Standing.
So we